Hello and welcome everybody to the Arc of War channel, and today we will have a look at the world event, one 6v6 battle arena where you can test out your commanders and also follow an objective and play with your team. So today we will cover the basics on what you need to know about this world event. First of all, please keep in mind that nothing of your research or arc holds will have an impact on the fighting in this game. Fighting is dependent on your commander leadership, the skill levels, and the gear you're using on them. So make sure you have the right gear for your right commanders equipped and set them up in the world event right in the commander tab over here. Here you can set your best armies with your best troops, and you will only have access to the troops you set into these boxes here. So make sure you are set before you confirm. All three commanders are now in my lineup, and now I can start creating a room or searching a game on my own. To create a room, you just press the left button to create a room, and others like your guild members or people on your server can join via announcement in the chat rooms, or friends from off your server can join this lobby by typing in this code. To join this lobby via this code, you have to type the code in over here. It's a 5-digit code, and then you will join the lobby off server. Next thing we're going to talk about is the characters, because since the newest version of the world event, we have now new characters with different roles to impact the game. First ship we're going to talk about is command ship. It's one of the most important roles, but you should never have more than one of the command ships. The command ships has the ability to upgrade team members to level 2 or 3, because all these arcs do have skills dependent on their level. If you upgrade the level, the arc can now access the skill that will be unlocked with that upgrade. So for example, in the assault ship class, you have the basic ability to increase building morale consumption, so you deal more damage to enemy strongholds. But these two skills are locked. If you get to level 2, however, you will unlock the ability Truce and restore energy automatically every 30 seconds. And the last ability, unlocked at level 3, will be marching speed increased by 200%. Each of these arcs have individual abilities and can be used differently. However, keep in mind that only the assault ship will be able to make opponent arcs jump back to the preparation area. So only the assault ship will be able to kick people from the map and reset their progress. One of the most important ships, in my opinion, is the gathering ship, because it allows you to speed up your point gathering and is also a good option for the players that don't stand a chance against the fighting arcs. If you're a low-level player, you should probably choose the gathering ship, because it's not expected of you to fight, it's just expected of you to keep your head down and keep farming and help your team out. The command ship regulates everything else. The command ship has more abilities than the other ships. You can upgrade the other ships. You can upgrade buildings so they get more HP and take the enemy a lot more time to occupy them. he has also the ability to recall any member everywhere on the map to the main base. There's also the ability to make a ship invisible, and these two other skills. I will not cover all the skills. They are all listed at the button at the bottom right corner of your matchmaking. So now that we have that out of the way, let's check out how the gameplay works. Now as soon as this screen appears, you can confirm the match, and now you're getting into the lobby where you can choose your character. Keep in mind, we need at least 2 gathering ships, we need as many fighting ships as we can, and we need the command ship. So if anybody, okay, now we can look, we have 2 gathering ships, 3 command ships, 3 attack ships, and 1 command ship. That's a perfect team balance. To the map, you can see our spawn is right here. If we get attacked and warped by enemy arcs, we spawn here. The opponent side has a spawn on the corner of the opposite side. So they spawn here. Then in our base, there's our main fort, our main stronghold. The stronghold gets destroyed, we lose. We have also these 3 minor strongholds or smaller strongholds. If they get destroyed, they will no longer generate points for a team. And then we have 2 of the gathering loads. If people move inside of them, they get first hidden from the map. So enemies just see the load and no longer see the arc. The load will lighten up and get sparkly if somebody moves inside them. So we have an indicator if opponents or allies occupy this load. On the opponent side, they have the exact same buildings as we do, mirrored, and we have to try to kill their bases and also their main stronghold to win. But that's not the only way. First, you can see our base is like a corner. We have vision on everything inside this corner. And the enemies will have vision in their corner. But in between these corner parts, there are these neutral zones where nobody has any buildings and nobody spawns, but we have teleporters. To use them, we just click them and then press the jump button and we will appear in one of the tiles around this thing. And we will have a 5-minute cooldown where we no longer can use the jump. In the corner parts, there are these crystals. To collect the crystals, you have to move your arc next to those temples and then click the claim button as soon as the crystal spawns. Crystals will spawn at 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and 5 minutes. If you collect them, you get resources for your team, points, and also a random war buff. Now, to win, you have to obviously reach 200,000 points or destroy the enemy base. The question is, what can you do? If you have many fighting arcs on the opponent team and they are a lot stronger than you, you can also win by points, by occupying the resource loads and upgrading the resource loads first. So if you have teammates inside these loads, make sure, if they are gathering ships, that they get the upgrades first. The command ship can decide the outcome. The assault ships can protect their teammates and also invade the enemy base. But they also can just defend. They can just sit here in the base and keep track of enemy attacking arcs that assault our gathering ships in loads. Also, the crystals are very important because the enemies and you have the same distance to cover to get one of these crystals. So make sure that you are also always near the crystals to collect them. For example, in these resource loads, to make sure that you're the first one to arrive and the first one to collect the crystals. The enemy strongholds can be destroyed by moving your arc next to them. Same as your strongholds. The enemy can destroy them by moving their arcs next to them. If you also move your arc next to the stronghold, you will slow their process down, or you can even stop it. If there's just one arc from each team, the morale of the stronghold will not drop. The last thing I want to talk about is fighting. You can use the defense tab to set all your troops to defend your arc. If all of these troops are there, that is what the opponent will face when they click on your arc to attack it. If they break through and they happen to be an attacking arc like I am right now, they will warp you back to your preparation area. To heal them, you go in the heal tab and you use your individual resources to heal them each. You will get these over time. So in the early game they might be a little bit harder to obtain, but later there will be no shortage of them. The last thing you have as an option is the surrender option. If you press the left button up in the corner, you can also have the ability to look up what your ships do, so the characters, or you can choose to surrender. And if 4 out of 6 people press yes to the surrender vote, the game will be instantly lost, but you don't have to play all the way to the end. That's it from me, I think. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and we will be sure to answer them in time. And I wish you good luck and good fun while playing the world event.